I'm Cody and I'm an addict. I've been addicted to opiates since I was 17, and so I'm here.
Union County is a story of Cody Parsons, who is just beginning work in a recovery program.
Treat everyone on a case-by-case basis. There's no rubric, but back to jail is always an option.
Okay.
He's looking to get from a place where he's living more in isolation and without community and finding a way to understand the importance of those things and begin his own pathway towards getting better.
I didn't do anything! He's gonna put the cuffs on you?
I think that there's just a lot that I cannot understand.
No, I don't either.
The film is a hybrid film. There are just a few actors, and beyond that, everybody you see on screen is a real person participating in this community and doing this work. The challenge was how to make a movie that felt aesthetically narrative, and so that means that we have to sort of think through, both on the narrative side and the nonfiction side, how to kind of preserve both things. We used Adobe Premiere to edit this film. For filmmaker Adam Meeks and I, this is the software we grew up using, and so it only made sense for us that we would bring the instrument that we're most comfortable with along for that journey. Premiere gives you the ability to create a polish and a seamlessness when you're just two editors in the room. And it also provided certain tools that, for us, were deeply important. The multicam editing process. Any documentary scene that we filmed, we would shoot those with multiple cameras. So being able to have a timeline where we can jump between reactions allowed us the kind of flexibility and a possibility to turn something that was very documentary into this kind of tightly poignant scripted moment. And so that multicam functionality in Premiere was invaluable. Cody's car is a massive symbol and vehicle in the film. And then Jack has this big revving red truck. And it's really important that Jack's bass was a little bit more bassy and Cody's system was a little jankier. And we had the ability with the audio filtration tools in Premiere to calibrate enough to get a sense of what that audio texture was for each of those spaces. It helps you kind of further realize the characters.
I'm gonna do everything I can for you and for Jack to help you guys get through this.
Our stories might not be the same, but they're still similar. I'm sure we've all had the shame and the guilt.
I think a lot of us found our home in Premiere. New things are always dropping in. Now I can search a term in a transcript without having to build out that transcript. It's doing it automatically, right? Like, these things are changing the industry. They're changing the quickness with which you can make a film. And Premiere has always offered those additional tools, and those tools have been there when I've needed it.
When you're in this program, Cody, you have to comply with the rules. So what's it going to be?